The Golden State Valkyries versus the Atlanta Dream. Guys, in this game, we saw it be roughly neck and neck in the first half, and then we saw the Golden State Valkyries just explode in the third quarter, and they kind of forgot how to play a little bit in the fourth quarter, including a severe distraction, which we're going to talk about in just a second. And ultimately, the Valkyries were able to get the job done in Atlanta. The final score, guys, was 77 Atlanta Dream, 77 Valkyries, 75 Atlanta Dream. Now, guys, in this game, I've told y'all before that I have been very impressed with the way Golden State has played this year, and I was very worried once Kayla Thornton went down what the future of this Golden State Valkyries team would be, right? I was really worried because Kayla Thornton is really the heart and soul of this team. And when she went down, it was like, okay, well, who else is going to step up? Who else is going to make sure this team gets dubs? And yesterday, it was absolutely a thing where everybody else just kind of stepped up, right? We saw really good play off the bench from Carla Late, right? We saw really good play overall from Tiffany Hayes and Veronica Burton, right? Janelle Salon and others. Like this was one of those games where everybody had to step up, right? And I can't forget the main person who stepped up big time and had a performance that I hadn't seen from her in a while, and that is Cecilia Zandalicini. Guys, I've been a fan of Zandalicini since she was with the Minnesota Lynx. This is someone who can, in spurts, go off and make some noise, and one of the big assets that Zandalicini has is her ability to knock down the three. Yesterday, she knocked down 3 threes. Ultimately, she finished the game with 18 points, was a huge catalyst to why the Golden State Valkyries ultimately ended up winning the game. Now, you also can talk about the fact that, yes, as always, bad calls by the refs, especially late in the game, right? Bad calls, some missed calls, all that stuff. It always happens, but at the same time, regardless of what the refs do, you have to figure out a way to win the game. And overall, just good for the Golden State Valkyries. They had a big run in the third quarter and kind of lost it in the fourth, but ultimately they were not able to lose it so much that they lost the game. But again, shout out to Cecilia Zandalicini for the fantastic game that she played yesterday. It was really good to see players just sort of step up in Kayla Thornton's absence and light a fire in their team. Now, for the Atlanta Dream, it was all about Jordan Canada. She's one of those players that can be a huge spark for this team in different ways. Like sometimes Jordan Canada is just passing the basketball, right? She's a point guard primarily, so you typically see her passing basketball. But yesterday, she was in her scoring bag for sure. 21 points for Jordan Canada. She was still passing the basketball as well. 8 assists for her, which was good to see. And the metric that I always love to talk about, always love it, just 1 turnover for the PG Jordan Canada. That was very, very good to see. Overall, Atlanta should have won, but they didn't play like they really wanted it until towards the end of the game. We saw really good play from Naz Hillman. She continues to be a great asset for this team coming off the bench. We saw overall not so great play by the post players for the Atlanta Dream, right? It's one of those things where you need more than just Bree Jones and Brittany Griner giving you 8 points and 9 points. Like, you just come on now. Like, you all can play better than that. I know how good y'all are, and y'all have to play better than that. Okay? Okay. All right, let's continue on with the thing that is the most Okay, yesterday, during play, there was stuff that happened during the fourth quarter. So alongside the not so great calls or non-calls by the refs, there was a situation that happened with about a minute left to go. And the situation was awkward. And basically, here's the thing. With about a minute left to go, we saw, game is being played, not a big deal. Right? Everyone's playing. And then all of a sudden, on the camera, you just see something just was thrown, and you see it just sort of skid past the ref, sort of points at it or something. They continue on with the play until the ball goes out of bounds, and then it's wait, what was that? And then they were trying to figure out who threw it, and the whole thing was just a mess. It was a mess. What in the world are people doing at the game for throwing what they threw? And Jordan Canada didn't really know what was going on, and it seemed like somebody told her, and she was like, "Oh." Like, here's the thing. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? I ain't gonna say what it is, because that's just too embarrassing. Come on now. Come on. What are we doing, guys? At a basketball game in Atlanta, of all places. So hopefully that person who threw that, hopefully they never go to a WNBA game again. Kicked out, never allowed into a game again. Ever. Because what are we doing? That's extremely inappropriate. There were kids at the game. Not only that, one, you could have hit a player in the face, right? It's just, Rhonda says, shows people think the W is a joke. Yeah, because that was a joke move. Like, what in the world? It's embarrassing. It's disgusting. And it has no belonging in the game of women's basketball. Like, what are we doing? Or any form of, like, literally, the game is being played. I think it was like Veronica Burton or somebody who had the basketball. Like, Golden State had it, and then you just see something thrown in bright colors. And so, yeah, anyway, that's just, people are nasty, and it's terrible. It's guys, like, literally, it made me so mad. I was like, what the heck? What are we doing, guys? This is professional basketball. This is not a joke. This is not some random club. This is not, no. I know Atlanta is like a party. It's like a party atmosphere in terms of the way that they like hype up the crowd and whatnot. And it seems like a fun environment. But come on now, people. It's ridiculous. J Mar says, we see that in every sport. Why single out the W? Well, one, I don't know if I've ever heard of someone throwing that at a NBA game or at a hockey game, or I don't know. People throw stuff on the court. Like, that's not new to the WNBA, but like the particular thing that was thrown, I'm not aware of it being thrown anywhere else. And two, here's the deal, guys. This is a WNBA specific channel, right? This is a WNBA specific show. We cover women's basketball here. I don't cover the NBA. I don't cover hockey. I don't cover, so I am singling out the WNBA because I watch the WNBA. This is a show talking about the WNBA, so therefore I will talk about the WNBA and what happens during a WNBA game. That's why I'm singling out the WNBA, because that's what I watch, right? So, yeah, and also it literally just happened. So that's why I am singling out the WNBA. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, let's move on. Let's move on to the next game. Let's move on.